You come home at the end of the day, you turn the key in the lock, walk inside, and then you see it. Your favorite shoe, or maybe that new pillow you just bought, is in the middle of the living room, destroyed. Your dog looks at you, ears back, body shrunken, eyes looking away. That righteous anger rises up inside you. You raise your voice. You hold up what it did. What is this? You do it because you believe it understood what it did wrong, that the guilty look is an apology. You believe this is the right thing for it to learn. But there's something you don't know. At that moment, nothing related to learning is happening in your dog's brain. The dog you raised with love and care is experiencing pure terror right now. While you think you're teaching it right from wrong, you're actually breaking the invisible bond of trust between you with your own hands. And you're repeating this every day through other habits you make with the best of intentions. In this video, we're going to look at 7 daily habits that dog owners do out of complete love or good intentions, but that cause silent damage in their dog's psychology. You might be doing most of them right now, but when we get to point 6, the one we all think is how we show the most love, that specific physical gesture. Once you realize your mistake, you'll want to silently apologize to your dog. But first, let's start from the beginning with that guilty look. Point 1, delayed punishment and amygdala activation. Dogs live in the moment. This isn't philosophy, it's neurological fact. Their brains can only connect an action with its consequence within a window of just a few seconds. When you come home and yell at the sight of the destroyed pillow, your dog has no idea you're angry about the pillow because it destroyed that pillow 3 hours ago. The only connection its brain makes in that moment is this: my favorite person walked through the door and suddenly, for no reason, became a very dangerous, very angry being. That guilty look you see isn't guilt at all. It's a universal submission signal dogs use to de-escalate a threat. A study published in Animal Behavior showed that dogs show the exact same guilty body language even when they haven't done anything, simply in response to an owner's angry posture and tone of voice. So when you punish a dog for something in the past, you're not teaching rules. You're turning your arrival home into an unpredictable, terrifying event, planting a daily seed of stress. Point 2, treating walks as just physical exercise. How many times have you gently tugged the leash when your dog was sniffing somewhere for a long time and said, "Come on, we're walking"? Your goal is to tire it out, burn some energy, right? But a dog's world isn't about its legs. It's about its nose. A huge portion of their brain is dedicated solely to processing smells. When you stop your dog from sniffing, you're not just telling it to hurry up. You're causing sensory deprivation. Research in the journal Applied Animal Behavior Science found that dogs allowed to sniff freely on walks showed a dramatic drop in cortisol, their primary stress hormone. And these dogs also performed significantly more optimistically on subsequent cognitive tests. A fast walk without sniffing tires the body but stresses the mind. Letting it use its nose isn't a luxury. It's a clinical need for its mental health. If you're starting to see your dog's world from its perspective, please like the video and subscribe, because understanding them is the greatest love we can give them. Point 3, how much we deprive them of work. Your dog has a huge bed at home, food ready whenever it wants, tons of toys. Life's a dream, right? Wrong. From border collies down to tiny poodles, every dog breed carries thousands of years of a purpose drive in its DNA. Guarding, tracking, retrieving, protecting. They were bred for this over millennia. When a dog's brain has no problem to solve, it fills up with cortisol. That absence of purpose transforms into anxiety, unnecessary barking, chewing furniture. Researchers from the Swedish University of Agricultural Sciences found that dogs lacking mental stimulation showed much higher levels of frustration and stress. Scientists call it dog depression. The dog chewing up furniture and barking nonstop isn't a bad dog. That's a dog whose brain is about to explode from boredom and purposelessness. Let it work for its food. Don't just feed it, feed its brain too. Point 4, the stress signals you're ignoring every single day. Does your dog sometimes yawn out of nowhere? Or lick its lips when there's no food? Maybe it turns its head away. Most people assume these are random movements, and some might even think, how cute, it's relaxing. No, your dog has a language, and in those moments, it's saying, I'm really stressed right now. I'm not comfortable in this situation. Please give me some space. Turid Rugas, a Norwegian animal behavior specialist, documented in her landmark research on thousands of dogs that dogs constantly use these signals to de-escalate tension. Those subtle yawns and lip licks are the nervous system's way of saying, please don't approach and don't increase the tension. The problem, when you ignore these signals and continue approaching or staying in that overwhelming situation, your dog experiences learned helplessness. There's no point in communicating. They're not listening. Those dogs that bite without warning, they're not the ones that actually give no warning. They're the ones whose warnings, hundreds of lip licks, yawns, and head turns, went ignored for so long that they finally gave up talking altogether. Point 5. The neurological chaos of inconsistent rules. Monday, you let your dog up on the couch. Tuesday, you're tired and scold it off. Wednesday, your partner lets it back up. This might seem like a small inconsistency to you, but dogs aren't stubborn. They don't test limits. They're creatures simply trying to decode the rules of their environment so they can feel safe. The Anthrozoology Unit of the University of Bristol published a striking finding. Dogs in homes with inconsistent rules and expectations had fundamentally higher levels of anxiety than dogs in homes with clear, consistent rules. You can feed your dog the most expensive food in the world. If the rules change based on your mood every day, your dog is living under chronic stress. Dogs need certainty and routine just as much as they need love. If it was yes yesterday, it's yes today. If it was no yesterday, it's no today. And point 6. The move we all think shows the most love, but actually fills them with dread. Hugging. You love your dog. You lean over it, wrap your arms around its neck, and hold on tight. For you, this is love in its purest form. But in your dog's language, do you know what this means? Physical restraint, pressure, and a claustrophobic threat. Humans are one of the rare species that show love through physical pressure and face-to-face closeness. Dogs don't do this. A study published in the journal Behavioral Processes analyzed photos from the internet of humans hugging dogs and found that the overwhelming majority of those dogs, ears flattened, lips being licked, whites of eyes showing, were showing at least one clear stress signal. Your dog isn't enduring a hug because it doesn't love you. It's enduring it because it loves you so much. If you want to show love to a dog, don't grab it from above. Sit beside it. Stroke its back, long and slow. Let it come to you. It doesn't owe you a hug. It owes you trust. Finally, point 7. Underestimating loneliness. Most of us go to work in the morning, believing our dog spends the day sleeping peacefully, that it's gotten used to our absence. It's used to this by now. It just lies on the couch waiting for me. This is a lie we tell ourselves to comfort our conscience. One of the landmark studies in the journal PLOS One showed that stress hormones in a dog's blood literally spike within the first 30 minutes of being separated from its owner and keep rising with every passing hour. Those quiet hours alone aren't peaceful rest. They're a social isolation that's silently eating away at its brain. Silence for a dog signals danger, because in 10,000 years of pack life, silence meant a predator was coming. So when you leave, turn the radio or TV on softly. Give it a stuffed, frozen toy to work on. Leave an old t-shirt in its bed. Your scent alone can calm its nervous system for hours. And when you come home, don't drown it in performative affection. Get down to eye level, be fully present, and use your whole body to say, I'm back, life is safe. 7 daily habits. Punishing the past, blocking sniffing, leaving the mind empty, ignoring stress signals, changing rules based on mood, trapping it in your arms, dismissing loneliness. You're not doing these things because you're a bad person. You do most of them because you love your dog deeply and believe you're doing good. But now you know. When it looks into your eyes, you know what's going on in its brain. You know what it needs from you. Your dog doesn't just love you. It places you at the absolute center of its entire existence. It builds its world and survives by your footsteps, your rules, your scent, your body language. Its entire worldview is made of you. Don't love it only by filling its bowl. Love it by trying to feel what it feels, by being curious about its psychology. Because this isn't obedience, this is biology. You're not its owner. You're the only certainty in its vast, silent world.